No, I think he understands perfectly well. Tuscan's smooth and lazy voice spoke instead, and he just couldn't shake the mental image of who he thought Tuscan was, and struggled with what was in front of him. This was him? Listen, I already know about the hit you and your group were planning. I'm telling you to go back to your group and call it off. No one gets hurt that way. No one on your team, you mean? He scoffed, trying to keep a tough facade. It didn't work. At least, it didn't with him. Man, this clown ain't gonna listen to reason. Let's waste him, Tuscan. He tensed when the other boy holding him became hostile. But Tuscan shot his hand up in a gesture to stop. Honestly, something straight out of an action movie. But now was certainly not the time to laugh. I'm only going to say this once. Call off your friends, and then they'll all live to see another day. He scoffed, chuckling in the face of the young man. If he thought he and his friends were going to back down to petty threats, he had another thing coming. Tuscan's dark eyes looked him up and down, and seemed to stare at his face even longer. They seemed to search for something, and his previously blank expression dropped into one that looked like slight frustration. Tuscan let out a sigh, before looking back up at him with another expressionless face. Fine then, if you really think of going through with this, then you're the only one to blame for that young kid you were with getting hurt. Immediately, ice poured into his veins, and horror made his heart drop to his stomach. No. He wouldn't. He was stunned when Tuscan's hand gripped onto his shirt and tugged him forward to be face to face with him. Chills of fear spread across his skin as Tuscan stared him dead in the eye, and spoke in a tone that oozed of danger. Now I know both of us want to avoid that happening, and any other person getting hurt in the crossfire. So here's what's gonna happen. He gulped, hating how he knew they could see him shaking under their dark eyes, completely at their mercy. We let you go. You run off to wherever your little hidey hole is, and tell your little gang leader that you're not to take the chance and attempt the hit. If you do, he flinched when Tuscan's previously loosening grip tightened again, and out of nowhere, his other free hand moved into the air, and he thought he was going to be struck in the face. But instead, Tuscan straightened out his ruffled white t-shirt and gave his shoulder a hard pat, as though he and him were best buds. But he didn't mistake the glint in his dark eyes as he finished his thought.